Here's Taz Bateri getting across the ground, and Mears and Edge make the tackle. Played back to Billy Johnston, and Johnston passes to Mortimer, then the run around, and then... Oh, intercepted by Brett Kenny! He's off for the corner! He's in! Kenny has scored! Flirting with danger, I suppose, in the minds of some, but that's the once from many times, really, that we've seen Brett Kenny intercept and score. Look at the smile on Johnny Mooney, the reserve grade coach from Parramatta. Well, just as I thought that we're going to see Jeff Robinson skyrocketing up the centre of the ground, Kenny was going the opposite direction. Amazing stuff. Brett Kenny in the Paddington Hill corner.
We've seen him all year go for the intercept, and I guess on percentages, one of those has to come off. On that occasion, the ball stuck, and Kenny, as he has exceptional ball skills, took it, no one in front of him, and he away goes for the try that Parramatta richly needed.
Well, here it is again on the replay. Billy Johnston's on the runaround course, and his eye line might have been just obscured there for a second. Billy Anderson.
Well, one must appreciate the tremendous reflexes of Brett Kenny. Of course, that was a very risky business, but Kenny came up with the goods and he scored a try that virtually nullifies all the good work that Canterbury have done. Get back another line dropout.
Mosley now sweeps it to Sterling. Sterling dummies to Price. Gives it to Kenny. Kenny scores in the Paddington Hill corner. In fact, Mortimer said in an interview on another channel this morning, which I took great interest in, he said the trouble with Kenny is if you blink, if you simply blink, he's gone. And that's exactly what happened there.
Two of the best 5'8" in the world, Terry Lamb and Brett Kenny, and here they are head to head. The ball goes out to Kenny and he throws in the big step off the right foot. Too much pace for the cover defence and plunges in for the try.
Some minor cramps, so obviously there was no sense in leaving him out there.
Okay. This is Simmons, a long ball over to Wolf, and Wolf held back the ball. Was it? Oh, there he goes, Brett Kenny. That was the intercept he took in the 81 grand final. Then he gives it to Ella. Ella inside to Kenny. Oh boy, do you reckon they can't put it together? Kenny and Ella magic.
We can see here it was a loose pass by the Penrith Panthers, but beautifully read by Brett Kenny. He knew where that pass was going, put his hand in the right position, came up with it, and here's the tremendous combination of these two great Parramatta players. The ball was flicked to Ella, he headed for the sideline, called Kenny back inside him. Kenny took the scissors pass and headed over between the uprights.
Great play, dummy half. Up to Cronin on to Sterling. There's Lydiard up in the back line. Here's Kenny. Kenny explodes. They won't stop Kenny. He's there. Great try from Parramatta and a brilliant try from Kenny. The defence over. See it again. It's a beauty. Here's Cronin. Quick hands to Sterling. Sterling to Lydiard up to make the extra man. There's the speed of Kenny. There's the step and the next step and again through the defence. Wrong-footed Edie and over for the try with Blake on his back.
Certainly a good pass by Lydiard here. They moved it wide. Brett Kenny came on the ball there. Sigsworth should have taken him, but he stepped about 4 times before Graham Eady got to him. What chance did Graham Eady have?
Haddock, Young. Oh, intercepted by Brett Kenny. Probably the best hands in rugby league, and he sprints away to score another Kenny intercept try. Thank you.
St George doing everything wrong, but Brett Kenny's the master of the intercept. We've seen him do it many times before. He put his right hand up and pulled this one down. It seemed to be an impossible take, but he did it, and over he goes to continue this complete demoralisation of the Dragons.
Standing in front of this bloke when he's doing this sort of thing. Watch this, Kenny. Left, right, left, trips, still going, left and right. He'd be a horror for a fullback if he had a...
Neil, Brett Clark, long ball, Brett Gale. Intercepted by Kenny. Oh! Hang on, where's the opposition gotten to? Brett Kenny snatching it out of the air, as we've seen so often from him. His critics, of course, would say, what about the man that he leaves unmarked? But I think his record reads out fairly satisfactorily. Watch him again. And there he goes, swooping in like a graceful swallow. And another Brett Kenny intercept try goes firmly underneath the crossbar.
Western Suburbs had the numbers. They spread the ball to the left-hand side. Brett Kenny found himself in a 3-on-2 situation. He took the odds to it and went in for the intercept. I've seen this man do it so many times in the past. He stuck out one hand. The ball fell into it. There was no way he was ever going to lose it. He looked around for the defence to see if it was coming, but it was nowhere near him.
Ella. Kenny, lovely step. Oh, he's right through. It's a magnificent bit of personal football. Phillips, Sterling, Young, Pearce, bust right through. Lovely pass to Kenny. Kenny's going to go in. It's rather pathetic. It's rather pathetic to see an England side disgrace itself like this. But how great are some of these young men performing in the green and golden age. 2 tries in about 2 minutes.
Yes, I was thinking in the first half, Rex, that this game had done it.
Here's the replay, head on. Pearce, beautiful pass to Kenny. Just look at this attempted tackle from Drummond. That was pathetic. And Kenny scoring a try in his first test.
Sterling, Pearce, Kenny, Kenny, still going Kenny, climbing on the pace to the corner line, Kenny, will they catch him? He's there, Kenny! Oh, what a try! What a try, Brett Kenny!
Trying to turn in the tackle, looking for support, and I'm afraid he's one out. There's no one's backing up going on out there, dude.
Out comes away to Mortimer, and Mortimer's pass has been intercepted by Kenny, and Kenny's over the quarter line. Kenny will score. Kenny dives. Kenny scores.
Polo player. In fact, he said he hope it doesn't rain too much tonight. New Zealand in possession with Sorensen. Getting a pass away, just been intercepted by Kenny. Kenny's got a pass away to Miles. And Miles caught 10 metres and a penalty's gone to Australia again. Here's the incident. The pass intercepted by Brett Kenny, got under a high tackle. He gets a pass away to Miles there. A bit of a trip, I thought, and then coming in over the top, and plenty of work from Crone going in on Miles.
Wolford moves it across. Short one. Good run here by Hunt. It's still coming strong. Then it's been intercepted by Kenny. Can he make the line? Oh, great try from the halfway line underneath the post. Smacked that one out from the air.
To read the play, Kenny was a master of the intercept, scoring a
Scrum packs now, Australia's way. Kenny split him again. Support coming across. Kiss trying to link up.
And he obviously didn't rule that Brett Kenny forced the ball. Well, otherwise it would have been a line drop.
He's ruled that it was a mistake by the attacking team. That's St George in the opposition in goal.
Kenny has split them open. Here's Ella. Ella will score. Oh, they've gone 75 metres and Ella scores under the uprights. Well, it happened in the twinkling of an eye. And as you've said so often, Bill, they've got players in that side who can turn a match inside a couple of seconds. Here we were looking at a replay, and suddenly they had taken the tap. They'd gone upfield and taken one play the ball, and then it was spread quickly, and Cronin stood in Haddock's tackle, and Kenny, he exploded through that gap. It doesn't look fast on slow-mo replay, but I'll tell you, he went through that opening and he changed gears, and Ella was there. Look at Neil Hunter, winger, trying to keep up with Ella. 75-metre try almost.
Mark this one down to Mick Cronin. We can see the ball goes from Sterling to Cronin, but it was a well-executed play. He timed his pass beautifully to Brett Kenny. Kenny just hit the hole. He stepped off the right foot and beat O'Grady pointless. Then became a one-on-one situation with the fullback. Johnson was probably a little bit too deep. Kenny had plenty of time to position Ella. Ella took the ball, and over he goes for a tremendous try in the opening minutes of this second half.
Just moments away from an historic State of Origin Series win. Here's Kenny. Kenny saw the line, and he's there! Kenny is in!
That was a great effort there. He stood Wally Lewis up, but Wally's he's not healthy at all. He's crook.
John Ferguson to West to Kenny. Oh, good ball from Kenny. He's got space. Can he make it all the way? He's going round Gary Campbell, and he does. Superb try from Brett Kenny. He took the one chance that's been offered him so far.
showed the pace, and a wonderful moment for those Wigan fans.
This is absolutely world class. A beautiful ball here from young Michael Ford, and this is rugby league at its very best. This is the #1 in the world, and this is one of the #1 tries. What a great try, and what a big occasion. What an absolute... No wonder this man was sulking and had his hands in his pockets. I bet he's jumping with joy now. Well, this is good football by Wigan. A lovely ball from Nicky Kiss to young Michael Ford. #1 here, and again to Ford. And just watch Brett Kenny. He might have had his hands in his pockets when he walked out, but I bet all would think now, I wish he's got him in now, because is he going for a try? This is a brilliant try. Runs round Campbell. He's not slouching about now, and I think that's made Wigan very, very happy indeed.
A side would take it away from the post to avoid any goal kicks. Oh, beautiful ball from Kenny, which puts Stevenson in space with Gill outside him. He's only got Campbell, the fullback, to beat. He's got the strength, he's got the speed, and he's beaten him. Oh, as good a try as we'll see. All made for Henderson Gale by that beautiful pass from Kenny. We said at the beginning about that man's silken skills. Henderson Gale going all the way. Tremendous run. And just look at the green. Michael Ford to put the ball in for Wigan. And he does. He gets it. Oh, beautiful dummy from Kenny. He's got Sean Edwards linking up with him. Has he got the legs to the line? And he has. Oh, tremendously well worked try. Youngster Sean Edwards.
Well, you just talk about class, and this is what it is. This is absolutely sheer class. You'll never see a better standoff in the country if you've ever seen one. Little Sean Edwards, he'll love this. He's pleased with this. He's only 18, and I'll tell you what, he'll always treasure this one. Well, this is it again. This fella is 3-1 to win the man of the match, the Lance Todd Trophy. I don't think he'll have any problem. He's sheer class. He just strolls through. He's even got time to have a look round. Lovely supporting play by Sean Edwards. The little fella will love this. He'll relish this for a long, long time. And he won't make no mistakes. What a great try.
Long look at rugby league as Price comes away with a good run and unloads to Kenny. Kenny through, he'll score, I think. Gearon's given chase. Kenny's got too much on him. It's a great run. Gearon did all he could. That's underneath the post. I knew the moment he got into the clear, that was the end of the section. Kenny can run. Now watch Ray Price at this moment pop the pass to Kenny, and from that moment I call it as a try. I didn't believe Gearon could put it with him, and actually he loses about 2 metres over the sprint, perhaps 3. And allowing for the fact that Kenny's carrying the ball, I'd say that puts him at about 4 yards faster, over 100 yards than Gearon. No mean feat. From head on. Now you'll have him running straight at you this time. Scattering seagulls. Head back, beautiful sight. Hardly a footballer, I believe.
Clear dummy half now with Sterling across to Kenny. A long floater out there for O'Connor, and it goes to Farah. Farah's in the score. On the opposite side of the field, and you saw it spin, and that pass from Kenny, that one there. Cut out pass, got into O'Connor, quick hands onto Farah. Farah went straight for the corner, and in he went to put New South Wales on the board.
Blindside for Steve Mortimer over the halfway. Terry Lamb, they've stacked the blindside. Lamb still going. Langmax with him. He puts the kick in. Kenny, it's no knock on Kenny. I think you'll find it hit him right in the middle of the try. And you can forget about it. As I said yesterday, with Gary Schofield, thank you linesman, thank you ball boys. Brett Kenny scores his second try at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Something that has become habitual with Brett Kenny. Well, you're seeing the kick by Terry Lamb. I'm almost sure it hit him in the stomach. And Kenny went bingo and took off. And of course, when he sees open space, well, it's a matter of forgetting about it because he's just too fast. There he is, the try scorer, Brett Kenny. 2 tries in the 3 grand finals that Parramatta won.
Sterling sends it wide. Laurie, tremendous take from Kenny. Super skills. Can Leeds get to him on the outside? Beautifully taken himself. He starts once more. Halligan's there. Inside is Lydiard.
Trinkovic is having trouble. Kenny is... Well, that was just a comedy of errors. It's been picked up by James Grant. Devin chased by Kenny, and Kenny's got him. Grant's lost the football as well. There was a foot over the touchline. Everything happened. Oh, astonishing stuff here. This is just one of those things that happens out of the blue. We're just seeing the tail end of it. But this is Grant in strong pursuit as Kenny, and Kenny gets him over the sideline. His legs, the ball's
fail, but Izzard is certainly giving it his best shot here today. Here's Kenny away from Simmons, and he's into an opening. Kenny inside 32. That's Taylor. Taylor round the corner for Grove. Grove beats Alexander and scores.
Cronin in the early parts of my career, where he sort of looked after me. He allowed me to grow into the centre position, allowed me to grow into first grade. I don't think I wouldn't have been the player that I was. Wally was really good, you know. A lot of people did think, did he talk to you? And I said, he talked to me all the time, you know. Just said to me, mate, just make sure you do this, do that. You know, he was really good.
He's lost it. Picked up by Jack. Now it's across with Boats for New South Wales. On to Pearce, to Kenny. Kenny saw the gap. Kenny in the clear. Looks for support. Pearce is there. What a great try. What a great try from New South Wales. And Brett Kenny, how did he get through that?
But Pearce was good there too, and so was Boats. He got a good shot out of it. He stays alive, Pearce, and anticipates Kenny going to do something. He's looking for help and goes straight into Pearce's hands.
Houghton trying to get up and play it to Sterling. Kenny, plenty of maroon and white jumpers coming up. Kenny gets a ball away to Lydiard. Oh, gee, that's a great ball by Brett Kenny.
Jack Gibson read it. He said they had more chance. Here it goes. Lewis, long float around. Goes to Kenny. They get a good goal and they've scored. Australia's got him with only seconds. Look at the teamwork of this side now. Sterling slips it out. He gets to Lewis. Lewis with a beautiful pass. Gets it to Kenny. Kenny with a long floating pass also for O'Connor. And no one there. Frame got there far too late. O'Connor over.
Sterling, David Lydiard's put himself into a hole here if the ball can come out in his direction.
Well, it's out in that direction, and Kenny's going to try and split through. He's looking inside, finds Growth. There goes Growth. He's up to the 32-metre line. Back to Ella. Ella will stretch it out to the right. This is Quinn. Quinn around the corner for Lydiard. Niscott's got troubles. It's gone to Kenny. That's a great try. That's as good a try as you'll see anywhere in the world of rugby league.
Oval, the Saints made too many errors to be any chance against Parramatta. Brett Kenny swooping on a loose pass on the way to the Eels' 20-8 win as Para keep their top 5 hopes alive.
His brother Graham, of course, still on the injured list. That's tackle number 5 for Parramatta now.
Number 11 for Parramatta, Paul Mayers, is going to be one of the key men for the Eels today. He's a young fellow with a chance of making the representative sides. And
oh, my goodness! That was Brett Kenny and Peter Sterling at their best. My goodness, what a try! Shades of France many, many years ago when I think it was Dennis Ward and Shangle Englands. And the French or English referee disallowed the try. He said it was impossible for mankind to do it. Sterling has put it up. Kenny has come across the top like Jezelenko. Watch this. Wow, what a try by the Eels.
Well, Brett Kenny's a master footballer and there's nothing he can't do. He can tackle, he can run with the ball, and here we see him getting above the pack, Aussie rule style, coming down with the ball for a very, very quick try for the Eels.
The line in front of the MA Noble stand. 0-0 as Mosley passes the ball across to Ella. It's gone on to Brett Kenny. He tries to weave through an opening. Oh, what a magic ball from Kenny to Taylor, and Taylor scores the first try of the match. Oh, he's a beautiful player.
West back on the forward to the gap. On to Kenny. Kenny going for the line. Beats him beautifully. Oh, massive running by Kenny.
Matter again. Eriksson back to Flanagan. A crossfield, Flanagan finds Kenny. Beautiful flick pass. That was vintage stuff. Krankovic gets to within 18 metres of the line.
As a team.
Well, there were 4 intercepts, weren't there?
Oh, 4 intercepts, yes. Well, as I say, on the attack. Penn, but there's one again. Here's Kenny. Now, who would you want to give Kenny a start and try to catch him? Had a great match, but the man of the match, of course, outstanding game. I don't know if he keeps it up for extending. Mick Crown, he's a magnificent
player. Graham, when you play for Australia, you play for New South Wales and all these representative games, and you're built up for the game to win them, and which you successfully do, you must, when you go back to a club football.
Switch of direction to Kenny, a long one! Into the corner! Lovely move by Wigan!
Sterling on the open side, out to Kenny. Kenny pops a pass to Miles. He's going strong, gets a pass to O'Connor, and O'Connor's in for the try. No question. Brilliant way that Sterling gets the pass on nicely with a cutout to Kenny. Kenny fires it very hard to Miles, puts him right round Schofield, and then the pass, the arm reached out beautifully. Michael O'Connor, the full dive.
Emotion, as I call it, he shows no emotion. And here they are with a chance now. New South Wales starting to stretch out, and Kenny gets such a lovely ball over, and that's a try! Thank you very much! Without doubt, this is Kenny's try. He held it up and held it up till he got all those 3 or 4 defensive players all aside to go for him, and when they come in, that's when he released it.
Through Sterling to Kenny. Kenny held it back. Then he gets it away for Taylor. On to Neil Hunt. Out to Brian Jackson. Jackson scores. Well, Jackson's name goes down as the scorer. But that was all Brett Kenny. That was all B. Kenny. He looks to me as though he is so close to his brilliant best at this part of the year that it's not funny. That's the NEC replay. Taylor did his part too. And then Hunt got the final ball for Jackson. But heavens above, it's hard to believe there's a 5'8" in Australia that they reckon is better than him.
Balmain failed to finish Brett Kenny off in the tackle, and you can't do that. He popped the pass up to Taylor, who's been living in the back line. He fired it on to Hunt. Hunt ballooned the ball over the top to Jackson, and he goes in to score Parramatta's 4th try.
Sterling. Kenny cuts them out, throws the dummy. Ella's with him. It's Kenny and Ella. Now it's Kenny to the 32. He's running into trouble over there. In and around. Jackson takes the ball. Well, that was just a little dash of Brett Kenny. There's a penalty to Parramatta. He had the zip man with him. He ran away from him. And then he ran back into a congested part of the field. He found Brian Jackson, who came across from his wing, but Jackson was not bargaining on the reception he got from close.
Ray Brown's long ball for Sterling. Now Kenny, there's a gap for Kenny. He's got support to away, it goes to Cronin. And a long pass out there for Neil Hunt, who's in to score for New South Wales. To Sterling. And then it was Kenny. The gap was there for Kenny. It closed quickly, but cleverly getting the ball away to Cronin. And for mine, that was the pass that did it. And Cronin, an even longer ball out there for Hunt, who was unmarked. Butler had left his wing, and Hunt did the rest.
The Eels resisted North Surge and then sent the ball to Brett Kenny. Kenny has been in vintage form in season 90 and showed all his pace to score a great try in the corner.
Murray's away. Can they get to him? Kenny dives and gets him. Support from Murray. And it was Kenny coming across in cover that just nabbed him. So close to the line.
Have a look at this fellow, state selectors, Ella. Lovely football, keeping the ball alive, quality stuff. And the injection there of Kenny. Beautiful player. Over the top, Ella, one-handed and wide out.
5 gone for the Dragons. Jarvis out to O'Connor and intercepted by Brett Kenny. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Kenny, a 50-metre burst from intercept. and puts it down behind the uprights. Well, just as St George looked like they might be going to send Michael Beattie down the members' stand touchline, Kenny positioned himself. See it again. Have a look at it. This is Beattie that's going to be on his own, but no siree. Like an eagle after its prey, Kenny zeroed in on the ball and then ran over 50 metres to score. He knew he was outnumbered. He wasn't going to be in the tackling department, but he was going to be looking for that intercept.
Kenny just reads these so well. He moved himself up, waited for the pass to be thrown. When it was thrown, he just adjusted between the two players, put his right hand up, pulled it down, and so another Brett Kenny intercept is placed firmly over the try line.
Sterling, Kenny. Kenny under one, away from another, away from a third. He picks up Casado. He gets the ball away. Kenny, how the hell did he get there? Growth goes down the left flank. Miles is there. They wrap him up. For you tomorrow night, 6 through 7:30. 10 Sports covering the NEC big games.
And here's Cronin off a Kenny special, and Cronin's in for a try.
Well, it's been the Cronin-Ella-Kenny combination that's been doing all the damage, and here it's the number 6 and the number 3, Mick Cronin and Brett Kenny. A great pass by Kenny, offloaded the ball to Cronin, and he knew the way to the try line.
Here it is again.
Time. All this good form without Price, Edge and Taylor, but of course they had Cronin, and what a difference he's made since his return. What did you say, George?
We're just speculating, weren't we, Mike, earlier today? Where are all the British schoolboys? How many of them playing first-grade rugby league back home? Not too many, but here's the magician Kenny. He's opened up a gap for Scott Marn, and Scott Marn's under the sticks. From the penalty, they've almost certainly got the 6 now.
Well, they kept the ball alive. Brett Kenny gets the ball here, but it's woeful tackling. Go for the legs. No, they try to spin his head off. That's the break. Good play there by the centre, Scott Mahan. He's in for a try, and as you mentioned, the indiscipline of Edwards has cost them dearly, and also the ability to go high and not go for the legs equally. And this man, look at the determination. It's split. They've gone. We're back.
The British fans inside this stadium imploring their team to find their feet, come forward, get a try just before half-time. Kenny.
And bugged him. Away for Steve Mortimer, and now it's with Robinson. Robinson intercepted by Kenny. Kenny, zip, zip, and oh, I thought for a moment he was in again.
He's out and he had Taylor trailing him through. Sterling again. Loose, but picked up by Kenny. Kenny fires it to Growth.
About it. Well, I don't think you're preaching to the converted when you talk to Frank Stanton about Mick Cronin. You've had him as an Australian coach.
As I say, there's not enough superlatives about him. He's a magnificent player. Great player and a great team player. And there's another intercept.
Oh, bless my
soul. Kenny again. You can't give him a start.
He can't run though, can he? Unfortunately, he gets in the clear and he just can't do anything with it.
Parramatta's still got it going. Lydiard away to Kenny. Beautiful ball to Taylor under the post. What a pass. Oh, there's some champagne stuff from Parramatta there. They're able to spin it pretty quickly. And look at this lovely little pass from Kenny. Around the player, and Taylor cruises in.
Mortimer. Kevin Hastings. Now Cronin, there's a gap. And the Blacks go for a scamper. Clever play, it's back inside. New South Wales on the attackers. Kenny got it away to Anderson. And hello, the Blues have scored. Chris Anderson. A flick pass inside to Gurr, then picked up by Kenny. And that was a good pass from Kenny back to Chris Anderson. Saw the line and over he went.
And then it was a procession then, but everyone did their job to perfection. Kenny in particular here stood the defence up, drew 3, and then unloaded to Anderson, who went over. Great.
The second half proved just as tight as the first, with Brett Kenny's runaway effort coming in the dying minutes for a 23-10 victory. Parramatta's third in a row.
And here they go with Meninga receiving a long pass. It's a try to Kenny, surely. Oh yes, he's beautiful footwork at the end of it and was able to ground the ball.
Kenny across the ruck looking for Jackson. They held off. That's it. Brett Kenny.
That's the 100.
He gets a ton. The crowd roars here. Everybody comes in to celebrate with this legendary player here for the Eels. 100 not out.
So now back it goes the other way. That's Craig Izzard who touched the ball on that occasion. Here's Kenny on the way. He's up over the quarter line. Curry coming at him. He gets away from Curry. He's in. There's the first Parramatta try. The Broncos lead by 8 points to 4.
Brett Kenny's 9th try for the season, and Parramatta have been putting on a couple of good little set plays in and around the ruck. It was Jason Bell who went across the back of the ruck on this occasion. Looked out for Kenny. Now have a look at this.
Again, there is but one tackle left. Bell. Kenny, great hands. There it is. Magic. Just watch how the veteran dragged it in on the tips. Great try from Kenny.
Great players can make things look easy, and have a look at Brett Kenny here. Throws a hand out on what wasn't a good pass, still put himself into a hole, wrong-footed the defence. He's a genius, and genius can't be denied.
He's working away through the forwards. Pearce. Back it comes. Freeman for Neil. Now Brasher. Tremendous defence from Kenny. All the experience there.
Lost the ball. It's going to be picked up by Ericsson. Play on, says the referee. Now turning it back inside to Lydiard. Lydiard trying to get it back behind him. It's going to be picked up this time by Schofield. He's running across field. Gets it back inside to Brett Kenny. We hadn't heard much of him before, but we do now. He's in for the try.
Did he get it down? Yes, Billy's going to award it. Filmer checked with his in-goal judge to be sure. Brett Kenny's timing was to perfection. Great passage of play this from Parramatta. That's what they're capable of when they get a little bit of ball. This man has been damaging. He's had a part in every try, having scored the first and set up the second. Ericsson, and then the good hands. Lydiard does brilliantly to hold it up. And then the little fellow in Schofield goes cross field. Kenny back on the inside, takes on Kevin Walters on the try line, crashes through, gets it down. There's the in-goal judge. Schofield cuts away from the defence, flicks it back on the inside. Kenny changes direction as well. And the
doing, but that whistle was very clear. Kenny's got Ericsson in support. Ericsson in a bit of open space. He's over the quarter line. Ericsson will score. Ericsson races into the in-goal area.
Here it is, Kenny on the outside of Robbie Chew. Gets into the gap, pulls two towards him, slips the pass away perfectly. Chew chases Ericsson, but he didn't have a chance, and the winger went inside to help out, but he wasn't needed. Ericsson was clear by 5 metres. Parramatta might be down the bottom of the ladder, but inspired by Brett Kenny, they tore Wests apart with 3 first-half tries at Campbelltown. The brilliant Kenny set up 2 tries and scored 2 more himself to rattle Wests 26-16.